Hayward, Wisconsin family is in awe as they celebrate their little boy's first birthday. He had a medical condition that surprised even the pros. But as I found out at Children's Minnesota, they were able to give him the life-saving answer they needed. A baby's first birthday, it's always a milestone. But in this case, it's a miracle. Can you even get your head around everything that happened to get him here?
No, it still amazes me.
Michaela and Donovan, parents to an almost one-year-old girl, found out they were expecting a boy. But when they got an ultrasound, there was something they were not expecting.
He had what's called an oropharyngeal teratoma. And they can be really small or they can be quite large. His was huge. So it's a condition that happens in 1 to 35,000 to 1 in 200,000 live births. They can block the airway. So the moment the baby's born, they wouldn't have the ability to protect their airway and they wouldn't be able to breathe.
That's when they decided to head south from Hayward to Minneapolis to the Midwest Fetal Care Center, a partnership between Children's and Alina.
I think I cried almost every appointment up until he was there. It's just so unknown.
Dr. Lilligard and his coworkers knew what to do. It would require a C-section where the baby would be partially born while doctors remove the grapefruit-sized tumor coming from his mouth and face.
And you're debulking a huge tumor. So when I come across the tumor, you're taking all this very special blood supply, and you have to do so in a baby who can't breathe on his own, needs all that support from the placenta, because the surgery itself takes 20 or 30 minutes. You obviously can't go 20 or 30 minutes without breathing. And so the placenta, mom, is providing all that support for the baby until we can get that tumor out of the way, the airway secure, and then we can separate the baby from mom.
It was risky.
I mean, we went into my C-section not knowing if he would be okay or if I would.
But they were okay.
It's pretty remarkable. You go from a really horrific type scene to really a quite normal, exciting, almost perfect-like outcome. The sky's the limit for Jager. He can do anything.
He's a rock star, right?
That's right, literally, right?
After conquering a brain bleed, Jagger was able to leave the hospital after 76 days.
I cried the entire way from Minneapolis. I was just so excited. And his dad was driving and he was like, "Are you just going to stare at him the whole time?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." It was just so exciting for him to meet our daughter and just see them finally realize that the other exists.
How is he doing and what is your hope for him?
He's really good. He's growing and thriving.
And so together they celebrate his hard-fought life.
He's a miracle, and that's the best way that I think any of us can describe him. He's the perfect, happy, smiley little miracle, and we're so grateful that we ended up where we did.
Now, Jagger did have another hurdle this past year. He had a brain bleed. He was treated for hydrocephalus. He is doing well now, though. He's getting stronger. His mom says that she hopes he won't have another surgery for at least 20 years or hopefully never.